We're 5 days into our Atlantic crossing, and so much has already gone differently than we hoped for. We anticipated stronger conditions for a few days, but we ended up on the edge of an unpredicted low-pressure system that developed higher up in the atmosphere. This weather brought numerous issues to the surface. We had a water leak in a strange area under our floorboards that didn't reach the bilge. Our autopilot bolt snapped and our spare bolt's thread wasn't manufactured correctly, so it's barely holding on. Let's hope it lasts the remainder of the crossing since we're only just beginning. Then, to make matters worse, the water ingress reached our electrics and all our instruments failed. We lost the autopilot, wind and tri-data information. We were starting to get worried about how else this could affect the boat's systems if we didn't get on top of it. After much deliberation, we decided to heave to sort everything out. Jace managed to hardwire the autopilot directly into the main source, successfully getting our third crew member back in action.
Oh my god, it's working.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now, let's see what these next few days bring.
Our truck's just snapped off completely. Careful, darling.
Talk to me, what's going on?
Well, we're supposed to be having about 18 to 25 knots right now, and we've got probably about 10, I'd say, max. We don't have wind instruments at the moment, so we've gone wing on wing because we're heading really out of direction. We're basically heading for the Bermuda Triangle. So we've turned back in, and it's very uncomfortable. Sails are just holding up, but the swell is just pushing us side to side, like now.
He's onto a mahi-mahi and we're going pretty slow, so you might be alright.
I don't think we need to reel it in. The sail's in anyway.
No, that's what I mean. I don't
I'm
really.
excited.
I'm in the middle of moving all our cushions and
It's just come off, literally 5 meters away from the boat. It just jumped up and
Came
swung
loose.
itself. And the fishing line's all caught up around here. That's
you
how.
live to see another day, buddy. First time taking the second reef out of the main since we left. Light enough winds now. But they're slapping around because we just don't have enough on like a good angle, which is quite frustrating. I guess our option is to zigzag more, but then even then the swell's just on the wrong angle, isn't it?
So I was it's all over the place.
Yeah,
There isn't a right angle.
yeah, unless you're going like upwind. Maybe. Probably be going over it nicer. Anyway, other than that, it's nice to have a little bit of sunshine and a little bit lighter wind. It would be nice if it was a little bit stronger just because, yeah, we are slapping around a little bit.
Yeah, we get that extra 5 knots, we're good.
Yeah, we think we've got about 10 to 12 knots max at the moment. It'd be nice to have 15 to 20 just to get us going. You always want it a little bit stronger from behind, so.
See you, darling.
Sicko. And just when Jason's asking for wind, he gets it.
I asked for it an hour or so ago, but it's finally here. We've got a squall
In
coming.
the form of a squall.
We've got a squall here. We're just going like 9.5 knots.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going 8 now.
That's more like it.
I still feel a bit uncomfortable with the pole out.
I don't think it'll be. None of them have been that hectic. Like, none of them have been over the early 30s that we've had.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of sail up.
I know. Worst comes to worst, we have to just pull the whole head sail in if it gets really hectic.
Yeah.
Because it's the quickest thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe the rain's smoothing them over a bit. Woo!
That's easily 20 knots now.
It's quite pleasant. I don't want to jinx myself, but
guess it has already.
Yeah.
Wind's dying down by the feel of it. 6 knots, 6.5. We won't risk it. We won't put more sail back out until it
Starts to actually settle.
comes over us. Just like that.
It's finishing
Thanks
like 3 minutes later.
Thanks for the 5 minutes of wind.
Literally, we just slowed right down. Maybe you have to wait till it passes like a while before we get a bit of consistent wind back because it sucked it all around it.
Tell you what, this is beautiful right now. Very, very peaceful.
What do you like about it?
I don't know, we're literally very close to the middle of the Atlantic. We are 70 nautical miles away.
From halfway, yeah.
Halfway. So we are probably in the top 0.1% of most isolated people in the world right now. Anyway, yeah, we've got a storm right on top of us. Mother Nature at its finest. But it's just really nice. I don't know, it's hard to explain, isn't it?
It doesn't feel like we're in the middle of the ocean. To me. I don't know. I feel like there's like something over there and something that way. There is. It's just so far away. Like something over here, something that way, something that way. Maybe it's because I know there's other boats around. I don't feel like I'm the only one out here.
Yeah, there's no boats for like 100 nautical miles close to us though.
I know, but I don't know what it is. I've just got this weird surreal feeling in my head. Like it just doesn't really feel real what we're actually doing right now. I know it will after. It's weird. I can't explain it.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
It felt very real for me from the second day.
It did feel real then, but since it settled, it hasn't really felt like we are where we are. Not this far in, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What's happened?
Our track's just snapped off completely.
I think you can get that back on. I think it just slides on.
Yeah, but how?
Some of it's probably broken.
Yes. Careful, darling.
Yeah. Yeah, don't put your fingers in it because it's moving funny.
Looks like in here. Oh, we've just got it back in and on the track. I'm not sure how well it's holding if it's just slammed out like that. Oh, man. We'll soon see anyway.
And it's done it again. It's exploded off the track.
Wonder if there's another way we can jimmy rig it up. This is going to be vicious, this one. I'm going to have to turn back into the wind. We're going to have to put that thing back on. We're going to take the sail down.
Okay.
So maybe we'll just try and take the sail down first.
So just putting the pole out for the Genoa now because we're probably going to be running just the head sail all night till we figure out a solution for this. So, far out. It's going to be a lot of things to fix. Dolphins! Yeah. Aww. Hey guys!
When does it get easier? I'm still alone. Everything that meant something to me, I've already thrown away. When does it get easier? I'm still a mess. I thought by 23 I'd be making less.
We later realised the bearings in the main traveller car must have gone flying when it exploded off the track. If only there was a chandlery close by, because unfortunately this wasn't something we had spares for. Because to be completely honest with you, we didn't even know these parts had bearings in them until taking the car apart or talking to other sailors after our arrival. Lulu's just rubbing on everything.
Don't stick your bum at me.
We're just enjoying a chicken and veggie pie inside, feeling like normal people watching a tiny bit of Netflix, thanks to good old Starlink, hey? Hopefully it doesn't cost us a fortune, but after like a week at sea, you just need a little bit of normality, and it's really nice to just sit inside. There's literally nothing around. We've got nothing to worry about. We can see what speed we're going, and we can obviously hear and feel if the wind picks up. So as soon as something feels different, we'll just quickly pop our head out. So yeah, just going to enjoy it for half an hour, an hour.
AIS.
Got AIS,
that's
yeah.
Course over ground, pretty much everything you need right there, except the wind.
Anyway, we're going to enjoy dinner and some Netflix. Good morning. We are currently motoring at the moment, just for a couple of hours. We've only done that like once before on this passage.
Battery's got down to 10%.
Yeah, battery's got down to 10%. We did watch a little bit of Netflix last night, and I did some editing and
had a very cloudy, squally day.
Did we?
Yesterday we did, yeah.
Yeah. Also, we've got barely any wind at the moment, so hopefully by motoring we can kind of get ahead of this dead patch that's creeping towards us. Yeah, so we're going to make it halfway in about 2 to 3 hours, which is really exciting. So actually lunchtime. I've got steaks out defrosting, so we can have a little celebration halfway meal. I'm not sure if we'll do that for lunch or dinner, just depending on when they're defrosted, I suppose. And we should probably go for a mid-Atlantic swim. So hopefully it's not too choppy, because I don't really want to go in if it's choppy. And I'm definitely going to get the mask on and have a little peek under before I jump in and go straight into a big whale's mouth or something. It feels really good to be halfway. It weirdly doesn't feel like we're right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know what it feels like. I don't even know. My brain doesn't know. But yeah, it's nice that we're getting to the halfway point, and we can kind of start counting down till Barbados now, where basically I suppose that means we're closer to Barbados than we are anywhere else, which is really cool. No going back now. No point going back to Cape Verde.
Yeah, hard slog back.
Oh yeah. Jason's got the rod out, so he might get his halfway mahi-mahi today. Unfortunately, he lost one yesterday when it was only like a metre away from pulling it up. So nice to get a mahi-mahi. Anyone that's not a huge fish fan but will still have a little bit of it, similar to me, like I only really eat some fish, I don't like a lot of it, you will love mahi-mahi, or in Australia we call it a dolly or a dolphin fish. 2 of the 3 times we've had it with like quite strong sauces on top, so you couldn't taste it. But I know if it was me and we did that with tuna or something, I would still notice the taste. So yeah, apparently it's supposed to be quite sweet on its own. And yeah, not a strong fishy flavour. Really, really nice, tender, beautiful fish, and it only takes like 10 minutes to cook perfectly because they're nice thin fillets. Yeah, so definitely give it a go if you're not a massive fish person.
We've made it.
Halfway.
Halfway.
Not all the way.
We are 1,050 nautical miles in, and now we're going to catch a fish and have a fish and chips for dinner. Or
We'll
a steak.
see. Yeah, we got steak that have. We're going to make a cocktail and just enjoy.
Party it up. Hopefully we don't fall off the boat.
We've got a beautiful day. Really nice out here. We do want to go for a mid-Atlantic swim, but I don't know, we're not sure yet. Maybe we'll wait for a calmer day. We probably should be having a mid-Atlantic swim. Not every day you get to swim in the middle of the Atlantic.
No way. Well, hopefully it's a bit calmer tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it will be or not.
What have you found, Missy? Flying fish? Oh, darling. That is filth.
What have I made you, darling?
What have you made me?
Yeah.
What have I made of you? How good.
Carbonara.
It's yeah, literally 10 minute. It's called formaggio. It's like packet, like kind of like the mac and cheese packets, but with long pasta from the Mercadona, which is Spanish, I think. And it only costs like €1.40, and it feeds both of us. And then they have these like little packets of pre-cut bacon bits, and you can cook them up. And we make it like carbonara, a bit of parmesan on top, and it's like seriously gourmet. Hey, it actually tastes home cooked. Yeah, our fave. We couldn't get many of these before we left, but
they're all sold out. All the sailors got them before us.
Yep. Get your hands on it if you go to Mercadona in Spain.
That one stinks. That's actually
It's probably
stinks.
so old. Get rid of it. Jason, show me.
Oh, darling, that stinks.
She'll find them no matter where they are.
Well, she's good at cleaning the boat.
She like.
Get off finding it, darling. It's gone now.
Think there's another one up there, do ya? Little scavenger. There's a squall coming. Not sure if it's going to hit us or not, but there's a squall. And then this is what it looks like over here. Perfect.
I've been watching the clouds all day today, and they've all just been heavily going that way. So hopefully this is no different, and we should be in front of it.
Yeah, I mean it is nice because we don't have much wind, and we do want some wind, but we just don't want anything else to break, you know? We've only got the head sail up, so, and the pole out, and it can be a bit sketchy to bring in, hey? Anyway, we'll see what happens. I can see a little gusts on the water coming towards us now. Jason's catch of the day, hey? Oh yeah, building up some speed now.
We've got takeoff. Houston. We
Don't have a problem. For once.
not just yet. Touch wood.
Oh man. I tell you what, it has been so nice today to have the Atlantic crossing experience that we were expecting. And we had to wait until halfway to get it.
So I've just done the weather check and can confirm it's going to be rainbows and butterflies.
Nice. Apart from maybe the odd squall.
It's going to be a little bit quicker than this. We'll probably just run the head sail the whole time.
Yeah.
Unless we can get it on a 120. Yeah, I'd rather not go wing on wing unless the swell's kind of nice, because I just don't want that sail to let it break again.
Basically lost all wind. Still got the head sail out, but we're doing like what, 1400 revs under motor. Help charge the batteries up, doesn't use too much fuel, and it's getting us going. So we're still doing like 6 knots. So the head sail must be doing something every now and then. The swell is kind of stuffing us up every now and then, but it's not too bad. I was just saying to Jason, it's 6:30, and it does not feel like 6:30 at all. But when we go from Cape Verde to Barbados, it's a 3-hour time difference. So we go behind 3 hours. And it's actually 4 hours behind London and Canary Islands. So yeah, it's weird because we're halfway across now. So it probably really is like 5 o'clock in the day, I guess. And yeah, we were like, oh, what do we do? Do we like wait till we get there to actually change the time, or do we change it like halfway through? But I think we're kind of just starting to naturally go with that kind of time because of when the sun rises and the sun sets. So like we're kind of sleeping in the mornings a little bit later because the sun's now not rising till like 8 something, and then it's not setting till quite late at night, like 8:30. By the time we get there, that'll be like 6:30 their time, so that sounds about right. But yeah, so I don't know, are we gonna have jet lag, are we gonna have a boat lag, or are we just gonna like ease ourselves into it and it'll be really easy? I think that's probably what's gonna happen, which would be good.
We'll
so
just
yeah,
have one like 24 hours sleep when we get there.
Yeah, and then we'll just be to normal.
We'll be set.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hopefully.
Looking forward to that sleep though on anchor and just not having to think about too much. Hopefully it's a nice flat anchorage and good holding, no rolling. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, darling. Oh, you want a cuddle? Okay. You want a cuddle.
So, I've been noticing these stars that look very similar to the Southern Cross, which a lot of people get tattooed in Australia. I kept saying to myself, I swear that's the Southern Cross. And I just Googled it, and as long as you're below 26 degrees north, which we are at the moment, we're like 14, you can see it. So yeah, it's 100% the Southern Cross that we're looking at, which is pretty cool. Oh, I'm so excited for this. How are we going to do these cocktails in those glasses, darling? It's very unsafe.
We're going to have to hold them. We've got to do it fancy, you know? Oh, that air's so good. It's so hot down here. To go with the bloody swell.
These classes you do.
I'm gonna see if I can pour out some more. Maybe a smidgen more. Wait! I'm too busy watching you. I'm watching you. I'm like, you're about to tip it. What are you doing? Pouring it back into my fucking shaky cup?
You might as well just pour it into yours, Dol.
I'm sure this is a good idea. It's not as glamorous as I thought it was going to be. Well, I didn't get to show you about halfway dinner. Because it was just
rolling around
bloody
like crazy.
Yeah, it was chaotic. Trying to make dinner, trying to make the cocktail. Just a bloody nightmare, to be honest. So we ended up having half burnt French fries. The steak was cooked really nicely, but the cats were Nala was driving me insane trying to grab the steak off the plate. And she's like, baby, look at her. Literally, look at her. What's she doing, dear? Oh.
It's not my bad.
So cute. What are you doing, Missy? Cheeky girl, you're leaning with the swell. You lean with the swell? Ready? Lean back this way. Nala like overcompensates and just starts going back the other way before it's even come.
She's getting so good at it though.
Yeah.
But Lulu on the other hand's not so good.
It's already getting so hot to cook in the kitchen. And the really annoying thing about the cats is because they want to escape through like any hatch open, we have to keep them all closed. So I can like crack them open a little bit, but it's not enough to let enough airflow in. So yeah, it's going to be interesting in the Caribbean trying to cook inside. You're making the most of her being submissive, aren't you? It's like, that's enough. So
I feel like
cute.
she thinks, is this what I'm supposed to do? Like, oh, am I supposed to wait around like this until something happens?
I've resorted to eating our stash of ginger candies, which are meant for seasickness, because we didn't buy enough snacks. So we went through like all of the chocolate from the Canaries to the Cape Verde, and then Cape Verde was really expensive for snacks. So we're like, oh no, we'll be fine. Just barely get anything. Got one little pack of lollies and ate it before we even left. So now I'm just like eating these every day. That's not meant for you. That's a fruit bowl. They're comfy. As you can see, we're much more perked up compared to the last few episodes. We hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride this week. We look forward to showing you the rest of our Atlantic crossing next week. Thanks everyone for your supportive comments on our episodes. We really do have the best little community.